I had a feeling that it would be helpful for me to see the Pleiades and Jupiter reborn as morning stars. That somehow this would help create space for our baby girl to be born, which should happen any day, maybe even any hour. Things are moving. Our due date is tomorrow or Thursday, depending on the math, and I find that whole thing to be quite strange. And of course, we need to be careful not to get married to expectation. Expectation, my friends, is the enemy of experience. And I was fully prepared to come on utilizing that particular title as a vehicle to express my personal entanglement with disappointment, having not seen the Pleiades or Jupiter this morning. Now, I will share a video a little bit later of the daughters of Atlas, the seven sisters known as Pleiades, those like Alcyone and Maya, Electra. And I was able to see them in the zoom lens, but not with my naked eye. I had before then stopped trying and actually had a really wonderful moment with the camera rolling where I was waiting to discover the Pleiades. I mistook stars in the foot of Perseus to be them. Then I noticed Capella, and it was the first time I've seen Capella as morning star this year. Capella, the goat star, is Amalthea, the goat who nursed baby Zeus as he was hidden away in a cave on Mount Ida in Crete. Anyway, I decided that though I would not see the Pleiades, and I had to sit with my disappointment, because that's the main thing that I was hoping to catch today. I started, as I do when I go outside, with my practice, which is connection, directions, reception, reflections. And so before I'm gonna run up the hill to go record a video or find the Pleiades or whatever it may be. And, you know, frankly, this morning I woke up early enough that I had some time before that main event. But regardless, even when I'm rushing to go see a thing that I had set my alarm for, always connections first. Now, it's helpful that the last time I came up here, I thought I heard a puma, a mountain lion. I mean, that'll get you connected right away. Now, fear is not always the best vehicle for connection to nature, but it's an effective one. So I had to sit with really courage there, and to take some time and to connect in with the earth, right? Remember that we are gazing at the heavens from earth, right? The celestial from the terrestrial. So connecting to the terrestrial first helps you see with the eyes of earth. So connections and then directions. And we're very fortunate in our day and age to have a star that is so strongly or closely configured to Earth's rotational axis, the sword of our stone, the spine of Gaia, the world tree. And this, of course, is Polaris, a star that's visible for those of us who are gazing from the northern hemisphere. So I can align my heart to Polaris and know that I'm aligned to Earth's directions, to cardinal north. And then I can feel into the IC, the Imam Cheli, the bottoms of the heavens, where the ecliptic intersects that northern direction, the meridian beneath the ground, down in front of me, and I reach into that well of the buried ones and the ancestors and the spirits of the land and the ancient founders of this craft, the stone circle builders. Perhaps even since the bottom is the tomb and the womb from which we rise again, reaching into the well of past experience from before this life. And whether that's in the DNA or in the ancestors or past lives or all of these things, or who's to say, it resides there beneath the ground at the tomb, which is the womb from which we rise. And so I root in, and then rise in the east. What is new? And then reach to the south. How can I bring my own thing that's rising in the east now that I'm rooted in the ancestry up to reach, to be seen, to share? Now, it can get tiring up there. We also have to deal with things like the ego and the need to be seen, So good news is what goes up must come down. We rest in the West, come back to our relations, and then I'll return to the roots. So roots, rise, reach, rest. Roots, and then the above and below. Above my head is unique. You have a different star above your head than I do right now. But beneath, we can meet in the middle, the center of Earth, the heart of Gaia, that one place where we Earthlings all connect. And truthfully, we are measuring the planets and the signs not from the surface where we live, breathe, and can witness these heavenly happenings, but rather from the center. We are in astrology, in geocentric astrology, measuring our personal experience of Earth's experience of the heavens. At least for signs. Houses are local, surface. All right, well, once I connect with the directions, and it was maybe a 10-minute practice today, then it's reception. And though I woke up to go see the heliacal rise of the Pleiades, what caught my eye was Altair, the bright star of Aquila, and of the summer triangle, an asterism of bright stars, 3 bright stars from 3 constellations. And we're back. Vega, the brightest of the 3 of the Hermes harp. Or was that the harp of Apollo? Well, Hermes created that. Or of Orpheus. And then the 3rd is Deneb, which means tail. So we have a lot of stars called Deneb, like Deneb Algedi, the tail of the goat, Deneb Bola, the tail of the lion. But just Deneb is the tail of the swan Cygnus, or the tip of the northern crown. Thread here. All right. Strange things these days. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's like the star that called my name. So connect, Brett. Introduce yourself again. Receive, right? So there it is. Connections, directions, receptions, reflections. Now I'm in, right? This practice helps me enter the temple of the sky. But the most important thing, the password to the temple, is wonder and awe. And this comes from the language of the heart. Shame will shut it down, will slam the door, friends. So if you think you should know what star that is, or which one's a planet, and the difference between Saturn and Mars, and where 20 degrees tropical Pisces is in the heavens, or whatever it may be, and you're shaming yourself for not knowing yet, You just slam the door. Wonder, awe, like a child. This is the password to the mysteries. This opens the gateway to the heavenly happenings. And so it was Altair this morning. And I'm like, all right. Okay, but then I hustled up. I recorded my Deccan Walk video. Every 10 days, I'm recording evening star videos to introduce the stars of the zodiac and morning star videos, and focusing on the stars that are currently on the square with the sun. So as the sun travels through the decans, we connect with the stars on the squares in the evening. So right now, sun at the third face of Gemini, 22 Gemini. So I'm looking for 20 Virgo in the haunches of the lion, and 20 Pisces, which is the leading star of the heavenly fish and the ringlet, the pentacle. And Saturn is there now, right? And so this is something that I've been doing every 10 days for Constellations, the School of Earth Astrology's membership community. I see a few of you here who have aligned your star with ours. Maiden voyage price still being offered, friend. Only $16 a month, $160 for the year of Constellations. So much is happening there. This week, Phelan Shiva will begin her first monthly Astro Tarot correspondence class. That will happen this Wednesday. I'll be speaking about that more on my Storytelling Hour, which happens, every week. Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Topic of this week is how to overcome the fear of the T-square. Now, I might not show up because baby might show up before then. So we will see. But anyway, Phelan is teaching Astro Tarot this Wednesday. Next Wednesday, Amala Hall sharing her second Astro Herbalism class. And Alyssa Luna sharing her third Astro Embodiment practice. And I'll be teaching on the first Saturday of July, as I do each month. Earthstrology, astrology, astronomy. It's an amazing thing. GeminiBrett.com to learn more. Just click the community tab. Join us in Constellations. Align your star with ours. Okay, so expectation is the enemy of experience. Surprise opens experience, and experience is the only path to wisdom. So I had hoped I would see the Pleiades this morning. I recorded my video for Constellations. I ended by focusing in on the area of the heavens at the foot of Perseus, pointed to by the ram's horn stars, the Pleiades. For I believed I would find them with my eyes this morning. But no dice. Too bright, those beams of the sun. So I realized I would have to wait some days. But I thought that I'd have a chance for the gas giant guru, for Jupiter, who was approaching those degrees of the zodiac that hosted the ascendant at the time of my birth. And so also, as I'm there, it's kind of like speaking with the camera rolling about not being married to our expectations. Anna and I were in a really wonderful birthing class here, which was very helpful for me. Like, Anna's had experience. I have not, right? So, like, I'm very ignorant, I find, about some of the biology and that. And it was really helpful just to learn more about ways I can help my partner bring this baby through. And we were there with 4 other couples. And ours was the earliest due date, but we received a photo in the WhatsApp group last night of the first of the 5 babies born. So first due date, but not first to arrive. And there's a, kind of weird thing that happens, right? But expectation is the enemy of experience. Baby will come when baby comes. So the Pleiades were not mine to behold, but I looked up away from the bright beams of the rising sun, up and saw Deneb, and Deneb just called. And I know that Deneb was overhead when I was born, and that helped me just remember First of all, that I had started receiving the light of Altair today, one of the 3 stars of the Navigator's Triangle or the Summer's Triangle. Altair, Vega, Deneb. And that Deneb, this amazing neutron star, like so far away, was overhead when I was born and was overhead in this moment. And it's like, wow, this is me in a very different time of the year. This is me if the sun was in the degrees that hosted the moon, the moment of my becoming. But this is like how the heavens were configured at the time of my arrival. And there's something to that, you know? And so while I didn't receive the Pleiades that I had hoped to see, that I expected to see coming out, you know, it really just helped me kind of relax into the mysteries, to receive what was there to behold. And then when my eyes returned to the horizon, Jupiter, amazing. Actually, I did this. I went from Deneb over to Saturn and then through Mars, tracing the ecliptic, knowing that Jupiter would be rising now. And there was Saturn, Mars, Jupiter. And I had known just from looking at the astronomy app a little bit earlier that Jupiter and the Pleiades were at the same compass heading, the same azimuth. So the Pleiades right above Jupiter from my point of view, and that the Pleiades were around the same altitude, the distance above the horizon, as Capella, the very bright goat star who I had seen for the first time this year in the morning side. And so working with Jupiter coming up, working with Capella coming over, wow, Pleiades. And they just filled the zoom lens and twinkled away, and I recorded a couple photographs and then another video of Pleiades, and then coming down to the gas giant guru Jupiter and asking for blessings, asking Mars for strength and courage, asking Saturn for patience, boundaries, wisdom, you know, and tuning into these bright lights of the Pleiades. So I have seen Jupiter with my naked eye, reborn as a morning star. I'll share this video here on the YouTube page later today. I'll probably share it everywhere. I'm excited. And I saw the Pleiades thanks to the help of technology and to the goat Amalthea, whose milk fed Jupiter, and thanks to Jupiter, to Zeus, who sired Hermes, Mercury, with Maya, one of the beautiful 7 sisters, the daughters of Atlas, the Pleiades. Mercury now heading behind the sun, so there's much to explore in the hidden realms too. And maybe this is all too much information. But you know, Gemini, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Jupiter, what are you going to do? This. Thanks for spending some time with me, friends. Nice to hear, by the way, Stella Mantra, that it's a beautiful morning in Massachusetts. That's where I was born. I was just thinking about that place. And Lillian, I see you have a strong connection with Vega. Yeah, it's a very important star to me as well, even though I'm not a vegan at this time in my life. You hope to see where it is in your chart. Yeah, I would say, and by the way, we can tune into that in constellations. So ask me, okay, when you're at a community discussion at some point. There's a lot of ways to bring the fixed stars into the chart. And by the way, I think, well, you can go to GeminiBrett.com and go to the courses page and check out my fixed star course. It's amazing, where I show you not only working with the projections of the stars, because Vega lives very far from the ecliptic plane. So drawing a line from that star down to the path of the sun to the heart of the zodiac. I mean, it's a thing. It's important. It's powerful. But there are other ways to bring fixed stars into our lives, and one of these is parans. It's something I would look for even more with Vega than a projection. Anyway, ask me about that in constellations, Lillian. I saw that you wrote that you're excited about the Astro Tarot Jam. I am too. Hoping to see that class by Phelan Shiva live this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time in constellations. I'm not sure. It depends on the baby's plans, which is not something I can plan. Or even not something that I should marry in expectation, for expectation is the enemy of surprise, and surprise is the portal to experience, and experience is the only route to wisdom. See you in space, friends.